Dear friends, in this video I am going to talk on live feed culture. Almost all the larval forms starting from fishes to crustacean feed on this live feeds like microalgae, rotifers and also Artemia napoli. In this video I am going to talk the microalgae culture, how to select or what is the criteria used to select the feed, live feed for animals. The food must be perceived by the larvae. The size of food must be such that it can be accommodated by the mouth of the larvae. The feed should have the high dietary value, especially highly unsaturated fatty acids. We generally call it HEFA, essential to the growth and survival of the larvae. The feed can be easily produced in large quantities. The feed can be digested by the larvae. There are two types of feeds are available. One is phytoplankton, another one is zooplankton. In this video, our main focus will be on phytoplankton, especially the microalgae culture. These are the microalgae. Some are the flagellates. It can be used flagella for movement. Examples: Isocrasis, Tetrasalmes, and Monocaris species. The diatoms: Skeletodonma castratum, Thalassosera and Chaetoceras, and so on. In larviculture, the phytoplankton may serve any of the following functions: provide nutrients via accidental or active ingestion by the larvae, detoxify the larviculture medium by assimilating or neutralizing inhibitory material. Third, improve the nutritional value of secondary food organisms such as zooplankton. Secrete into the medium metabolic products which facilitate larval growth and or development. Types of algal culture: maintenance cultures, natural collections of algae kept in culture vessel in the laboratory. Here, succession of the previously less abundant species over the dominant ones may occur. Enrichment cultures refer to the crude collections of algae or other algal source material treated with specially selected culture media, which will favor the rapid increase in numbers of desired algal species. Unialgal cultures refer to populations consisting of single algal species, although other microorganisms may be associated. Agenic culture contains a population of a single algae species, all other living organisms being absent. Sampling or isolation techniques: phytoplankton may be collected by towing through the water special plankton nets made up of fine silk bolting cloth. It is 180 ms per inch square. Sampling bottles should be uncovered and illuminated promptly upon reaching the laboratory. Competition among species is one of the main difficulties in maintaining a mixed population. So there is a need to obtain unialgal culture. Two conditions must be fulfilled to obtain unialgal or pure cultures. The relevant of or desired species must be isolated and it must be induced to multiply. Biological isolation is of isolation of algae can be attained through enrichment culture methods. Mechanical isolation. Stein 1973 has described a number of isolation methods, the more popular of which include the capillary pipette method, stick plating, and isolating on agar. Capillary pipette method. This method uses on inverted petitess top as on isolation dish. Place 10 to 15 drops of natural collection in the center of the dish. Place 6 to 8 drops of suitable liquid medium in 6 positions encircling the natural collection. Each droplet is then assigned a numerical code. With the use of sterile capillary pipette, transfer the desired algal units from the natural collection to the one of the 6 drops. Desired algal units are located while looking through an inverted microscope or a stereo microscope. Transfer a single algal unit from the first drop to the second drop. Repeat the process moving clockwise until a single algae unit is present in a drop of liquid medium. Transfer the single algal unit to a sterile tube containing liquid culture medium. A generalized set of conditions for culturing microalgae, that is optimum conditions: temperature 18 to 24 degrees C, salinity 20 to 24 ppt, light intensity 2500 to 5000 lux, photo period 24 hours maximum, then pH 8.2 to 8.7. This is the stock culture. It is cultured in test ships. Stock culture is mainly performed in air conditioned room. Stock culture is a pure culture from which we are going for the mass culture. So if you provide optimum condition, you will come across various growth phases. We will have 5 growth phases: lag or induction phase, exponential phase, phase of declining growth rate, stationary phase, and death or crash phase. So induction phase is actually we are initiating the culture. So in the medium, so different media used, F1 medium and so many other mediums are used. So first inoculating the medium. So once inoculated, there is no cell division. So that condition is called lag or induction phase. No cell division is reported. Then once it is acclimatized in the medium, now it is undergo cell division. You can see so many number of cells. So it is called exponential phase. So the culture is entered into exponential phase. It is a right phase to feed the animal because the cells are healthy in nature. Cell numbers are very high. So you will get a record cell number. So it is a healthy phase. It is ideal phase for feeding, exponential phase. Then if you are not harvesting exponential phase, it will go to the next phase called phase of declining relative growth. So now growth will be decline. There is no cell division after exponential phase. That phase is called phase of declining relative growth, and if it is continued, that phase is called stationary phase. There is no cell division, so the cell is secrete a cyst around it, a cell wall around it is needed. It can tolerate any unfavorable condition. And this is the stationary phase even extend up to 2 months. It is ideal phase for stock culture. It is actually it is in cyst form or dormant period. So if you provide optimum condition, the cell will thrive. So that is the it is ideal phase for stationary. Stationary phase is ideal phase for stock culture. Stock culture is actually it tolerate unfavorable conditions. If provide a favorable condition, it will again start its multiplication. The cell start its multiplication, isn't it? So it is a very good phase for it is a stationary phase is very good for stock culture. Then even if you are not provided an optimum condition after it is long stationary phase, the cell will die. That is called death phase. So there are induction phase, exponential phase, phase of declining, and stationary phase, finally death phase. Algal culture technique. There are two types of culture: outdoor and indoor. Outdoor allows control over illumination, temperature, nutrient level, contamination with predators and combating algae. Indoor culture is it is we actually control its temperature, salinity, and so on. It is our control. But outdoor culture make it very difficult to grow, specifically algal culture for extended periods. Open, uncovered ponds and tanks are used. It is more readily contaminated. This open are more readily contaminated, and closed culture vessels such as tubes, flasks, carbides, bags, etc. The mass culture, there is a batch culture method. According to the algal concentrations, the volume of the inoculum amounts to 2 to 10% of the final culture volume. Where small amount of algae required, indoor culture employs 10 to 20 liter glass or plastic carbides. Batch culture method consists of a single inoculation of cell into a container of fertilized seawater, followed by a growing period of several days. Finally, harvesting when the algal population reaches its maximum or near maximum density. In practice, algae are transferred to a larger culture volumes prior to reaching the stationary phase. Large culture volumes are brought to the maximum density and harvested. The following consecutive stages might be utilized: test tubes, 2 liter flasks, 5 and 20 liter carbides, 160 liter cylinders, 500 liter indoor tanks, 5,000 to 25,000 outdoor tanks. So slowly the value will be increased from flask to outdoor tanks. These are the carboculture apparatus, and this is batch culture method, cultured in outdoor in tanks. Batch culture system for the mass production of microalgae in 150 liter cylinders. Batch culture method advantage. Batch culture systems widely applied because of simplicity and flexibility, allowing to change species to remedy defects in the system rapidly. A disadvantage of this batch culture method: batch culture are not necessarily the most efficient method. Harvested just prior to the initiation of the stationary phase must thus always be maintained for a substantial period of time past the maximum specific growth rate. The quality of the harvested cells may be less predictable than that in a continuous system. Need to prevent contamination during the initial inoculation and early growth period. Require a lot of labor to harvest, clean, sterilize, refill, and inoculate the containers. Continuous culture here, continuously the culture will be on. Advantages: producing algae of more predictable quality, amenable to technological control and automation. Disadvantages: relatively high cost and complexity, requirement for constant illumination and temperature mostly restrict continuous systems to indoors. This only feasible for relatively small production scales. Nutritional value: protein 12 to 35 percentage, lipid 7 to 23 percentage, carbohydrate 5 to 23%. So this is about culture of microalgae. Thank you very much.